sorry, there was a problem in my internet, so that's why the lecture was disconnected. But let's continue from this slide again. Okay, so you can see on the screen that we have on page number 25, or sorry, slide number 25 or slide number 26, you can see a table. And, this table just show what are the process groups on the right side in white boxes, and on the left side you can see the knowledge areas in in gray boxes. And this table just show that what are included in the process group from each particular knowledge area. So I think it's very simple, and this graph is very important for the students, especially because they will have a big picture and a summary of the whole process groups in knowledge areas. So in this particular table, you can see what are actually what are included from the project human resource management, for example, in the planning process group. So in planning, the planning process group include plan human resource management from the project human resource management group knowledge area. Okay, so so you can just go to that particular table on your own. Let's discuss the role of knowledge area. So I have discussed the role of different knowledge areas in the previous lectures. I'll just go through these sentences and well explain a sentence which I feel might difficult for you. So a knowledge area represents a complete set of concepts, terms, and activities that makes up a professional field, project management field, or area of specialization. Project team should utilize every project team should utilize these 10 knowledge areas, or other knowledge areas is appropriate for their specific project. The knowledge areas provide a detailed description of the process inputs and outputs, along with a descriptive explanation of tools and techniques. So, as I told you that, as I told you earlier, that we will have to discuss the knowledge areas and the inputs, outputs, and the tools and techniques that are used for transforming inputs into outputs in particular knowledge area. So inshallah, we will discuss all of them in the coming chapters, and you will inshallah learn it as well. Although the processes are represented here as discrete elements with well-defined interfaces in practice, they are iterative and can overlap. So I told you in the previous class that it's not necessary that all the processes will be sequential. For example, process one completes, then process two will start. That's not necessary. It depends on the project or the work. The two processes may overlap. I would say that process two may start before completion of the process one. Okay. So let's talk about some project related information. And okay, so throughout the life cycle of the project, a significant amount of data and information is collected. Obviously, throughout the life cycle of a project, we collect a number of data, information, and we analyze that data, transform that data, and distribute in various formats to project team members and other stakeholders. Project data are collected as a result of various executing processes and are shared with the project team. The information may then be communicated verbally or stored and distributed as reports in various formats. The project data are continuously collected and analyzed during the dynamic context of the project execution. As a result, the terms data and information are often used interchangeably in practice. So let's discuss the some terminologies, and I think looking into the words of those terminologies, like for example, work performance data. So you can or you should have an idea of what work performance data or what work performance information means. So let's discuss it. briefly. So work performance data are the raw observations and measurements that are identified during activities performed to carry out the project work. Okay, and it is the data or the observations or the measurement that we have collected during carrying out of our work. The reported percent of work physically completed, quality and technical performance measures, start and finishes. So it include the percentage of the work that is completed, the quality and technical performance measured, or the starting or finish dates, of scheduled activities, and the number of change requests, etc. So all of these are the work performance data. Work performance information. So the performance data collected from various controlling processes are analyzed in context and integrated based on relationships across areas. Status of deliverables, implementation status for change requests, and forecasted estimates of complete are some of the examples of the work performance information. Let's talk about the work performance reports. So that we should have an idea, that work performance reports are the reports that include, the work performance at different levels. So, work performance reports are the physical or electronic representation of work performance information that are compiled in project documents intended to generate decisions or raise issues, actions, or awareness. So, work performance reports include the physical, okay, or electronic data of the work performance information that are compiled in a project document. Okay, and these information or these reports help us in the future, decisions regarding a particular project or work. Status reports, memos, justifications, information notes, electronic dashboards, recommendations, and updates, etc., are some of the examples of the work performance reports. Okay, so this is an example of work performance report, and you can see here that the project execution, when we execute the project, so at the end of the project execution, we will have as an output, we will have, or I would say as a secondary output, we will have the work performance data. Okay, and this data can be used for controlling processes as well. And at the end of controlling process, we will have a secondary, not primary, output, and that would be the work performance information. And that work performance information can be used as an input for overall project control. This was the controlling processes, and this is the overall project control. So overall project control will give us a secondary output, and that would be work performance report. Okay, and these work performance reports will be used for project change control as well, for project management plan as well, and for project communications. Okay, whenever we perform the project, we want, if we want to do some changes in the project, then we will send a change request, and those change requests will go toward the project plan and will perform some changes in the planning, and those changes will be communicated to other project team members, and again, will have to report to the project team members and project stakeholders regarding those particular changes. So this is sorry, that was just an example of the work performance report. Okay, that's the end of the lecture, and we have in the second part of the lecture we have discussed the project management knowledge areas. What is the role of project management knowledge area, and what are project information? Let me remind you again that that was just a big picture of the project knowledge, project management knowledge areas. We will discuss these project management knowledge areas details in the coming lectures. Thank you. If you have any questions regarding any particular topic in this lecture, uh, you can ask me that question, or I'll say you can email the questions to me at write my email, please. And that is okay. I'll share that email with you, inshallah, in the coming class. But you can text me as well on my phone with a number. Please note down the number. It is 03